I was 28 years old, in good shape, running regularly, eating right. Noticed I was getting fatigued, and I would go up a flight of steps and be completely winded, which was pretty peculiar. Then I noticed a lump forming right over my right collarbone over here, and that, you know, raised a red flag, and that's when I decided to go see a doctor and get it checked out. And they did the proper scans, then they did a biopsy, and that's when I was diagnosed with diffuse large B cell lymphoma. As you could imagine, especially being 28 years old, you don't think that you're gonna, have cancer. It was shock. It was just like in the movies. Everything kind of goes white, and you lose track of your bearings, where you're at. The cancer was very aggressive. They called it stage 3.5. It wasn't a stage 4 because it hadn't metastasized outside of my lymphatic system, but it was very aggressive. So I was in treatment immediately with R-CHOP chemotherapy. This was at Claramas Hospital in Belleville, New Jersey. The oncologist there treated me with the standard chemotherapy treatment for my kind of lymphoma. And after 6 treatments of R-CHOP, I would say 90% of the disease had been diminished, but it wasn't quite enough, and that's when they decided I should go to Hackensack University Medical Center. My oncologist there, my lymphoma specialist, recommended I do DHAP, which is a 3-day inpatient chemotherapy treatment. After 2 treatments of that, she recommended a stronger treatment called RICE, which is also a 3-day inpatient. After 2 treatments of RICE, the disease didn't change at all. So my doctor recommended that I go to the National Institutes of Health, the NIH, down in Washington, D.C., where I was to take part in an experimental protocol. Once I went down to the NIH, things got a little bit more hopeful, but the side effects were very different. There was neurotoxicity involved. I couldn't think of the words I wanted to use. I saw instruments floating in the room, very high fevers, elevated heart rate. It was very scary. But once I came back to Hackensack after that treatment at the NIH, then I took part in this protocol that I'm on right now. It's called nivolumab. It's an immunotherapy, and it's not a chemotherapy, and it uses my own body's immune system to attack the cancer cells, and the side effects are very minimal. It's just slight fatigue after treatment day, but there's no nausea, there's no vomiting. I'm sleeping normally, I'm eating normally, I'm working out regularly. So it's basically given me my life back. Walking through the doors at the John Theurer Cancer Center was a world of difference, and it's not a knock on where I was treated previously, but it's more of a testament to the way they approach cancer treatment here. Here at John Theurer, they treat every patient as though they're family. And it might sound kind of cliche, but it really goes a long way when you're terrified of what your future is going to be. I really feel like I'm in the right hands here, and every step of the way, they've treated me like family. The doctors, the nurses, the administration, everybody. I felt very comfortable walking in these doors, and as happy as I will be to be finished with treatment, it will be sad not seeing my friends every other week.